Your idea is waiting to be GoDaddy website plus marketing has everything you need to put it on.
I like it, I love it, I want some more of it.
We are
I
live.
like it, I love it, I want some more of it.
Yes. Good evening to all of you. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. It's another great evening for President's Corner. This is the launch of President's Corner. We are going to interview our PACT members just to give you what the program is all about. Let me share with you the screen, as you can see on the screen. So again, I'm inviting all of you to just share, and you can join us also by asking some questions. Definitely, you are very much invited to join us. Again, so what is Cornerstone? No? Cornerstone is basically President's Cornerstone is giving opportunity to our members, and also we're trying to get hold of their information so that you definitely have a clear understanding of who they are and what they do. No, when we talk about the cornerstone, it's literally a stone of the corner of the building. It is so important, and it also means that the basic part of something. So when building goes up, putting the cornerstone is a big deal, and definitely people celebrate when that is already there. So we wanted to do that in Philippine Advocates for Consultants and Trainers because the members is our cornerstone. Just to give you a brief overview, I'm gonna let our guest to go on stream also, but let me just continue my screen. So we have been continuously doing a lot of events, and parang nakalimutan kong mag-introduce ko ang bayan. No? And again, good evening. I'm Mr. Roche Piruiz, and the incumbent president of Philippine Advocates for Consultants and Trainers Incorporated. And we welcome you for the first episode of President's Cornerstone. So, as I was saying, we do have a lot of events. No, may mga past events na po tayo. We have organizing online events, which was actually facilitated by one of our friends, Mr. Bong Sase. It's a great, great event, no? So sa mga nakamiss, I hope there will be another chance that we're going to really hear and see Mr. Bong Sase again. And just last Saturday, we were able to be gifted with a wonderful book, Writing 101, that was actually given to us by no other than Coach Malvin Denlasan, no? And we were able to get a lot of learnings from his workshop. And that's why I get so inspired in really releasing out my first ever book. And tonight, no, not tonight, but on Saturday. So this is really, I'm trying to really anticipate that there will be a lot of attendees for this particular workshop. I am inviting all of you with Leora Cornelius presentation and workshop. So this is going to be a 2 hours event, no? And these are going to be this February 27, 2 to 4 p.m. For non-members, only 2,000 pesos. And for members, if you're a member of PACT, you will be given 500 peso discount. So that is just 1,500. Create content that converts to raving fans. So if you do have pages, if you do have the consultancy and trainings that you'd like your fans and supporters, those who have followed and liked your page, this is the perfect opportunity for you to join this particular workshop. And tonight, no, tonight we only have one guest. We only have one guest tonight, but don't you worry. We do have a lot of things. We do have a lot of questions, and we will try to extract and we will try to expose her. No, but let me first introduce her to all of you. No? Let me first introduce to all of you again. Our guest for tonight, she has a previous work in Quattro Pro Builders. He is the former HR administrator at General Motors. Wow. Also former assistant manager for general affairs at Volvo Penta. former HR manager at Scan Asia Overseas, and currently she's working for an Eye for Talent, and of course, she is a blogging master. So I'd like to call her a blogging master, and she will open up on more opportunities also for all of us. So please watch out for her and listen to her. Allow me to introduce my very first special guest, Miss, ka-member natin, no, ka-PACT member, Miss Suzette Munoz. Palakpakan natin si Miss Suzette Munoz. Miss Suzette, good evening.
Good evening, President. Okay, it's my privilege and honor to be your first guest in
Wow.
the first episode of Cornerstone. Sobrang honored naman ako na maging unang guest mo,
Yes.
Pres.
Okay, yeah. It's an honor. No? It's an honor for me, because President's Cornerstone were launched not for me, not for the organization, but these are all for the members. That's why we are inviting all the members to really support these particular discussions, as we're going to be as casual and lively and fun as we try to get to know more our members. No?
Hmm.
So, Mr. Seth, let's get started. Are you ready?
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
I like it. I love it.
Yes. Thank you very much, Mr. So, first question. Can you briefly, aside from all the things that I have mentioned already, introduce yourself again? Like, what is your favorite food, or how did you come up with your company, and what you do and who you are, so that all our members and those who are watching right now really get to know who you are. Miss,
Mhm.
go ahead.
Okay, sige. Once again, let me introduce myself. I am Suzette Munoz. I am a mother of 4 kids. Actually yung dalawa doon, adults na eh. Pero alam mo naman, in the eyes of a mother and a parent, kids pa rin yung mga yan. So, and then, as you said a while ago, yes, I've been in the HR side of the business. I've been an HR practitioner for over 20 years, starting it off with Volvo, nag-GM, nag-Scan Asia, nag-to-go, okay? And then, ang pinaka-longest stint was with to-go group for 10 years. But then again, because we have plans, we cannot be a full-time employee forever. So after 10 years, I decided to get out of the corporate world to fulfill yung mga deep-seated desires. So ano ba yung mga deep-seated desires na mga yon? So, having your own business, being an HR consultant, a trainer, and also pursue creative writing.
Wow.
Yes.
You said creative writing, but definitely we're going to proceed that. With that later. We're going to extract more information about what is creative writing. But let us get to know you first. So what's keeping you busy from last year? It's been a almost full year of pandemic, and we were all affected by this trying times, this COVID-19 virus. And so what did you do then, and how did you cope up with those kind of situations?
Okay. So the thing is, we have this company. We have a construction company. It's called Quattro Pro Builders Inc. Okay? So in Quattro, we supposedly have to. We have set up several projects already. Okay? Now, then came the pandemic, so na-stop lahat yun.
Yes.
Okay? Projects were put on hold. Tapos, being also a trainer, I have my set of schedules already for the entire year for training sessions from some companies. Okay? So lahat din yun na put on hold. Actually, hindi na nga hold, canceled na nga eh. Okay? Diba? So, ang nangyari, I had a lot of time on my hand. Okay? Tapos, so because sayang ang oras eh. So that gave me the opportunity to finish what I have been trying to finish for so many years. And that is the book.
Wow.
I've been dreaming of writing and publishing my own book. So, sabi ko, wala nang excuse ngayon eh. I have to do it. Marami tayong oras last year. Okay? So yun, I was able to do that. I was able to, complete the book that I've been wanting to do.
Ms. Suzette, let's talk about that particular project that you've been, you were actually badly, affected by this pandemic. And
Yeah.
all of a sudden, uh, nagkaroon ng liwanag sa gitna ng kadiliman, ano, because you were able to really finish what you've been dreaming of finishing that particular book. So, can you tell us more about that particular project, your book? And
The book.
yeah,
Okay. All right.
can you tell us more?
Okay. There are two things kasi, no? So, there's this book na matagal ko nang inumpisahan, and then there is another one that just cropped up all of a sudden. Okay? Kwento ko sa'yo.
Okay,
Okay.
go ahead, go ahead.
All right. The book that cropped up, sabi ko nga, na bigla na lang na lumabas, it's because when I was rummaging around my stuff, no, nakita ko yung manuscript ng lolo ko, which I asked him to do several years ago. He was in his early 90s. Sabi ko, and just to keep him busy, sabi ko ganun, Lo, why don't you do a manuscript? Sulat mo lang yung mga stories mo, tapos gawa tayong libro. Sabi ko ganun. Eh, mahilig kasi siya, mahilig siya magsulat ng mga letters using his typewriter. So he did that, he created that na manuscript. Mga a few pages lang naman yun, tapos he gave it to me. Okay. The problem is, I was not able to fulfill his promise. He died at the age of 1990, at the age of 95, hindi ko nagawa yung book na yon. Okay. So, last year, finally, tinapos ko talaga siya in his memory. And that book is actually available dun sa blog site ko. It's free reading for everybody.
Is it that's a free reading? Probably we'll get the link and we're gonna share it to all the viewers right now. So I'm inviting each and everyone who's watching us right now from their home to share. You can join us by asking questions. We have a beautiful guest right here, an entrepreneur, HR practitioner who's also an author and at the same time the content creator. So we do have a lot of things to ask her about all of the things that she's doing. Actually, hindi yata siya masyadong busy. But before I ask you another question, I'd like to say hi to our member, Nestor Tugadi Laidero. Sir, magandang gabi sa iyo, and you'll definitely be part of President's Cornerstone pretty soon. So, Mr. Seth, so we're actually done with the book. So this is very much available at your blog site, no? We're probably going to show you some of the links of that particular blog because how many pages and the book is all about what?
Okay. The book, it's entitled Chronicles of a Samareño because my grandfather is from Samar. So it's a collection of short stories that started off when he was young, a whirlwind of events that happened during the war, mga may despair, mga desperation and hope, my love, my romance. So complete stuff yun.
Great.
Now, so there was a lot of research done. Plus, of course, mga pa-question sa mga anak niya, sa mga tita-tita ko, to verify some facts. Minsan nga, sa dami ng mga question, naiiba na yung mga kwento, pero okay lang. But it's basically a collection of short stories. So, actually, that's only one book. That's the first book that I made. But there is another book that I just recently published noong December. Yeah.
So basically, the first book is Chronicle of Samareños, and
yes,
we're really basically those who are from Bisaya and specifically for Samar. I think this is a great storybook wherein you do have a lot of stories from different generations, And okay, so basically, let's talk about the second book. So we're talking to a lady who's really a great a startup author. I think you've published 2 books in times of this trying times. So I mean, what more can you? How many books can you publish right after this pandemic? Diba? So what is the second book all about?
Okay. The second book, I'll just show it to you. Okay. So this is the second book. This is the published book. Okay. So this is entitled Post-Birth Pains That Last for Years.
That's a physical book.
It's a physical book. Okay. So this one talks about parenting. It's also a collection of stories, funny stories about parenting, their relationship with kids, babies hanggang maging mga adolescents or teenagers. So it's a fun reading for everybody, and I'm sure a lot of people can relate to this book.
Yeah. How many pages? So how many
It's
pages and
It,
how many stories?
it's pretty thin. It's less than 100 pages, but this book is available already in Amazon,
Okay,
both ebook and the paperback format. This is the paperback format. And then if you want ebook naman, yung mahilig lang sa mga ebooks, it's also available in Amazon.
nice, nice.
Hmm.
So another way to really support our members is we do have a secretariat. No? Ang hirap kasi magbenta, bibili ka ng ganito. No? So we do have a secretariat for your the information of all the members of Philippine Advocates for Consultant Trainers. Wherein, to set, you can send that books. How many books? Probably 10, 20 books, and we will try to help you out to in terms of really promoting your book. No? So
Mhm.
that's another benefit of being a member of Philippine Advocate, but we're going to talk about PACT later. But that particular book is priced at what range, if you don't mind me asking about the price of
Okay, for Philippine peso, it's only 400 pesos.
400.
Yeah, only 400. Hmm.
My
Siyempre,
disclaimer.
pag yung ebook na in Amazon, nako, parang ano na lang yun, parang isang Starbucks lang yun.
Okay, all right, nice. So we're done with the book. So I think aside from an HR practitioner, I firmly believe that aside from HR practitioner, aside from a businesswoman, I think you are in the making of going to be a great author, no? Because as I said, dalawang book in times of pandemic, this is really amazing. So now let's talk about our beloved organization. When did you or paano mo nakilala yung organization mo, nasuot mo yung t-shirt ngayon, nasuot ko yung t-shirt ngayon?
Okay. Kwento ko lang.
Go ahead.
Last year, or I mean, a couple of years ago, I've been, searching for an organization that is not focused on one specialization.
Right?
So, marami kasi yan, di ba? Marami organization, pero iisa lang specialization. I wanted something na varied, yung mas wider ang variety.
Uh-huh.
Now, and then suddenly, si Miss Winnie Ragudo, who is a colleague of mine, an ex-colleague of mine in Togo, nag-touch base, and then she asked if I wanted to join PACT. Sabi ko, nag-question lang akong konti, and then when I did my research, sabi ko, uy, ito na yung siguro yung nahanap kong organization kasi iba-ibang specialization eh. And I wanted to learn more, okay? Not just in the field of HR or in the field of content or book writing and stuff, yung mga ganun, or author or writers organization. So I wanted a variety of a specialization. So ito na nga si PAC nga. Sabi ko, oh, okay to. So sige, I'll join that organization. Plus, of course, another intention to joining an organization is at least there will be a lot of probably some exposure then.
Correct.
Instead of being an independent consultant or trainer.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's very good of you, no? Because even I'm the president of this beloved organization, I'm not the master of everything. I really learn a lot from different members because we do have different specialization, and of course, once we get to learn from other members, just like me, I'm going to learn a lot from you also, and that will make me a better person. So that is your criteria for joining. No,
Yes.
if I may just share for those who are watching right now, no. But first, you can join us by asking question. You can comment. You can also share this one so that we'll be able to reach a lot of people. Thank you very much for those who are watching right now. No, I do appreciate. No, as we go back to the why I joined the organization, and I made it a point to read the mission and vision. So pinasa ko yun because I've been really trying to look for organization. Or, I have been in the organization for quite some time. No, I do have probably 7 or 8 organization now. And once I was able to really saw and read the mission and vision, then I get into the legalities naman. So is it a registered company or a registered organization, non-profit organization? Once I was able to get hold of all of those documentation, all the reading, I finally decided to join. And short story, I'm now the president of this wonderful organization. To all my beloved members, really, uh, presidency is just, this is just we are your servant. We wanted really to bring a certain level of success to each and every member. That's why we're trying our best to really support each and everyone, and we are going to really send you all the benefits that you can get for being a PACT, Philippine Advocate Consultant and Trainer. All right, so with that, thank you very much. So, now, supposed to be, I'm going to ask you, do you run a company? But nasabi mo na kanina that you are basically running a construction company and badly affected. Then you are also doing a freelance or public speaking, consultancy, online businesses. So, uh, can you tell us or tell our viewers what is your specialization? Probably you can state one or two and found about it.
Okay. Specialization, number one specialization is HR management.
All right.
Yeah. Although, but, I'm not, I took up communication arts in college. Pero paano ako napunta ng HR? Wala. Ganun na lang nangyari because when I was involved, they said, sige, ikaw ang charge for HR. So doon na nagsimula. Okay? And then I started to love it. And then I started to learn a lot of things from a lot of people. And so yun, naging full-time HR na ako. And not just HR, but HR strategic partnership. So that's exactly my forte, as being a strategic partner for the business.
Yeah. Okay. So HR, freelance, but you also do several consultancy training because you're
Yes.
part of,
Mm.
you do also financial literacy program or training seminar.
No, my training is more focused on HR management, leadership,
Okay.
and leadership. Yes.
Uh-huh. But you are now into content writing, blogging. So this is something really interest me more because in today's generation and also in today's technology, we have to adapt to what is really needed for our business to grow and move forward. Sabi ko nga, each and everyone must be able to sustain a certain level of connectivity at the same time growth, and of course the objective niyan is success. So how did you get into there, and then what made you decide to really make this as your something like one of your specializations?
Okay. Kasi when you are in HR, you deal with a lot of people, okay? And then there are so many stories out there, and those stories, maraming matututunan.
Uh,
So I wanted to share that. Okay? Kasi sa blog in my site, there is a category there that says workplace drama. Uh,
Suzette, what is the blog site? Probably I'll type it in here so that our viewers can be able to see that.
it's wordsfrommarie.com.
Word.
Words from Marie. I'm typing it now.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Can you type it there? So
Yeah, marie.com.
if you have some of the viewers that like to really get inspiration from that particular.
I wrote it in the chat box.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I'll show it to you. So go ahead.
Okay.
Uh,
So, ayan. Um, because out of those stories, we get to learn a lot. May maraming learnings out of those stories. So I wanted to share those. Talagang mga real life events. And then from there, people can get tips, know-hows, how to do coaching, how they can breathe easy in HR, and then how to lead a team or a group. So out of those stories, you can pick up a lot of lessons out of it. So yun, that's why that's why may connect yun eh. Being an HR practitioner plus yung blog, yung mga stories ko, may connect yun eh.
so basically, when you talk about blog, a story behind the actual subject or something like, there should always be a story behind it. It's
Mm-hmm.
not just I think this is a great topic. This is a great subject. I want to write it down. Is there a certain technique? Of course, we're gonna learn it from you as
Yeah.
we move forward with your workshop in Philippine Advocates for Consultants and Trainers. But just very briefly, can you teach us what are the strategies involving or ladderized blogging steps? something like that?
Okay, briefly, first of all, you have to identify first what is your intention. Okay? Is the intention just to tell stories, or is the intention to share your opinions, or to just give some tips and tricks? So that's where you start off. What is your intention first? And from there, doon na magre-revolve yung mga words. When it comes to blogging kasi, sometimes sabihin nila nakaka-intimidate, nakaka-overwhelm naman yata yan, hindi ko kakayanin yan. It's like parang a blank page eh. You just have to start writing something. Just sulat lang ng sulat. Okay? Saka na yung yung edit, review, revise. Saka na yan. Sulat, just pour out what is in your heart, what is in your mind. And then from there, mag-stop ka. Pag natapos, if you feel like you're done with it, just stop, get out, move around, then go back. Ganon. And then that's the time you make revisions. Basta the most important thing is you have to identify first what is your intention to write.
Okay. So we're gonna learn more of that in
Yes.
your coming workshop at
Mm.
the Philippine Advocate for Consultant and Trainers. Our professional education have lined up several programs. Uh, we've actually started from February, March, April, May, June. So we're going to have a lot of programs for the members and for those who would want to be a member and for those non-members. If you
Yeah.
just wanted to join and learn from all of these individual who are capable and really great in their specialization in their field, come and join us. We'll definitely be happy to assist you. All you have to do is just PM message our page or any members of our organization. Definitely, we will be there for you. No? But Mr. Ted, I would just like to say hi to Mr. Malvin Denlasan. Magandang
Ah,
gabi po. No? He is actually watching, and also Mr. Icy Guerrero is going to be our guest tomorrow, and of course Nestor Laiders is also there. Those who are watching from our page and those who have shared our conversation with Ms. Suzette Munoz, thank you very much. And you can still join us. You can still join us by asking questions. So great opportunity for you to ask and squeeze some of the extract natin kung ano yung mga gusto nyong malaman kay Miss Suzette Munoz, no? Okay.
touch
So,
naman ako kay Sir Malvin, kay Coach Malvin. He said,
sabi
HR
niya,
people are unsung heroes.
yes. I firmly believe that. So what can you say about that, Miss Suzette?
Um, in probably in the modern organization right now, siguro when they have a more advanced HR, medyo talagang recognize na ang HR eh. Because HR talagang is pretty much involved in the business already. Hindi na yung parang nasa backstage lang palagi. No, that's what I've been telling HR people. You should get out there. Talk to the management, talk to the customers, talk to supervisors, to the suppliers, to service providers. HR should not be at the back. Nandun ka dapat harap.
That's what I also observe, of course, during the years of, I'm still working in the corporation. Right now, kasi we do run several businesses already. But when I was an employee, parang yung mga HR nasa kwarto lang nila, no? Para ba sila yung mga tahimik na mga mamamayan ng isang kumpanya, no? Parang ganun, no? Pero I think that's there have been a 360 shift.
Yes.
Just like what you've been talking, that they are now trying to explore possibilities of really connecting with some of the supervisors, with the employee managers. So mas nagkakaroon ng magandang relationship ngayon. Hindi na yung mga employee hindi na parang takot sa HR, no? Parang ganun dati no? Tama ba ako?
Yes, kasi it's important for HR to be very much involved with the people around them and even with the business. Okay, they have to understand or to know kung ano yung negosyo. Because if they don't, they will not be able to contribute properly to the corporation or to the company. They cannot be an admin person the whole time. They have to be a strategic partner of the business. So kailangan heavily involved sila doon.
So that's a great advice from an HR. So basically, your business right now, you're doing the HR na rin, no? So you are preparing all the documentation. So paano ba yan? Wala kang sweldo no, sa boss mo, no? Boss mo yung husband mo yata.
Wala. But also, I would just like to say that I am also handling a manpower service
Business.
provider.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a top search manpower provider. I am the VP for HR there.
okay.
So yeah, it's another hat that I am wearing.
Yeah. So
Mm,
you uh, obviously wear so many hats. So
mm.
that manpower really provides opportunity to
Yeah,
our citizens, to the Filipino people. So uh,
yeah.
if example, no, if you are opening up a business and really wanted to get some employees, no, probably or on a contractual basis, I don't know, no, you can probably get in touch with Miss Suzette and really get connected and really try to explore that possibility of, you know, you don't need to, tama ba ako, you don't need to hire your own individual
Mm.
your employees
Actually,
yet.
if I may just say, Pres, no, last year, kung may downside naman sa mga negosyo, may upside din naman. Kasi in our company, the top search manpower provider, because medyo varied ang clientele namin. Yes, affected ang hospitality business. So yung hospitality clients namin were affected. But because we have logistics clients also, which nag-boom last year because of this online shopping thing. Doon naman kami bumawi. We were able to provide a lot of jobs for people who were displaced. We placed them dito sa mga logistics companies that we are managing.
And that
Yun.
is something that we should be thankful about.
Yeah.
When door closes, a lot of windows opens, and I really, I personally would like to say thank you to just like you in your company by providing opportunity to some displaced employees. And as a matter of fact, my father is a senior citizen, and he works in industry, and they were forced to be offered with an early retirement. So this is
Opo.
something that takes a lot of toll in us, but with that kind of setup, with that kind of innovative uh, what you got uniqueness in your company, you're able to provide still employment for some of our citizens, and that's what we do, and that's what we want, and
Mm,
that's really why we exist in this earth, no, and providing opportunity and giving back to our community. And I personally would like to congratulate and thank your company by providing opportunity to our Filipino people, no. So ang dami mong sinusuot na sombrero. And as you said, you're still a mother of four,
mm.
and then you have several businesses, and you are doing a lot of blogging. You are going to support Philippine advocates for your workshop.
Yes.
Uh, what else? No, there's a lot of there's a lot of there's a lot of knowledge that we can be able to get from this lady. For those who are watching right now, we can always ask her, paano mo nagagawa ito? No? How do you manage your time, and how do you keep yourself busy at the same time, still have that kind of quality time with your family, which I believe you still have, and I believe that this is one of the most important things in this world.
Yes. Mm. Um, Meron kasi kami sa family namin na palaging kasabihan na lakasan lang ng loob.
Hmm?
Mm. Okay, so kung malakas ang loob mo, venture into something, it will turn out okay. Basta if you set your mind into something, it will turn out okay. And if it's something that, if it's that is your passion, go with that passion. Sayang eh. We only live once. Sayang yung oras. So gawin na natin kung ano yung dapat na natin gawin.
So
While we're still young.
yeah, we are all young.
Yeah.
Like what they said, age is just a number. Number. So I'd like to show this. These are uh natin. Don't say yet. Supposedly I'll be showing your workshop. But anyway, so now that you're part of our beloved organization, no, can you just talk to them and say hi to them and try to
Yeah.
give them a shout out and probably invite
Yeah.
them to post, and
Mhm.
for those who are watching from different channels, because we have we have shared this to different platforms and different pages all over the world. So probably you can also invite them to be one of us, Mr. Seth.
Okay. If I may just share my experience with PACT for, I think, 1.5 months. Okay. Kasi bago lang, I'm just a new member. 1.5 months, okay? Let me just tell you guys, okay? In my 1.5 years of experience, 1.5 months months of experience with PACT, ito na yung mga nangyari sa akin. Okay? Number one, I was asked to do a workshop. Okay? Number two, I was invited to guest in Kuya Jet's radio show. Saan ba? Diba? Nakakagulat. And then number three, I was asked to host a segment of Up Close and Personal for PACT. So, can you just imagine the exposure na hinahanap ko in an organization, and PACT was able to give it to me so quickly. Okay? Hindi ko nga hinihingi eh, dumadating na lang eh. Because ganon ka-fun and ka-active ang organization na PACT. So I encourage everyone to join PACT kasi ang daming benefits kayo makukuha out of it.
Gwapo daw yung presidente niya.
Sabi nga eh, balita ko.
I like it, I love it, I want some more of it.
Okay. So thank you very much parang nagpinusugan mo na yung sinabi ko but you are correct. We are trying to give the best that we can give as much as possible. We're really with from the presidency, with the vice president, with the treasurer, with the secretary, with the public relation in our Kuya Bobet who's doing the website. Now we also have a website and you can see all the benefits there. And aside from that, no, let me just announce it, no, if I may cut you off, Mr. Seth, no,
Okay.
all members are insured of 100,000 pesos plus 10,000 accident and some other 10,000 sa ganyan. So this is what we can bring to the table. We cannot do this without members. Members are the backbone. That's why this show is called Cornerstone because you are the cornerstone. As you can see in the slides, no, there's supposed to be two PAC members who's going to be interviewed today. The other one is of course our guest tonight, Mr. Seth, is there. Has been really trying to get a lot of information from her, and the other one is our resident doctor, no, Dr. Ronel Calpo, no. He is a good friend of mine. He's an internal medicine, and if I may just like to read some of his accomplishments, he is also a DOLE accredited consultant in occupational safety and health, no? Ang dami niya. He's also, ito, importante sana, kung nandito siya, Mr. Seth, tatanong natin, no? Kasi he is a consultant of an oil and gas company in Palawan, Alampaya. Itatanungin sana natin kung nagkakaroon pa tayo ng matagal na kuryente at electricity. And also, he's a consultant of HMO company, manufacturing company, BPO company, hotel and resort. And Suzette, we are supposed to form a corporation before pandemic.
Really?
Yeah. So we are, because I'm into medical and pharmaceutical. So
Yeah.
that's why ang daming opportunity, and we are now trying to revive all of this with our connection because we have lost contact for a year. And PACT made us connected anew. So really, really a great opportunity. Okay, so with regards to we've invited them to be a PACT member, and of course, uh, also try to invite naman and get exposure, and let them try to invite those members who would like to really share their workshop because we are also trying to expose their workshop in some of the programs, whether it's free, whether it's paid, as long as you expose yourself, as long as you continuously train and do this online, because this will not be uh uh after a month, wala na, no? This is gonna be consistent, probably 2022, Mr. Ted, no?
Yeah.
Yan
Yes.
natin.
Okay. Yeah. Si PACT, one of the things na very active si PACT is they had a lineup of trainings and workshops for the year. And I'd like to thank CMCV, si Miss May, for helping and for organizing all these trainings. Now, it we should all take advantage of all these workshops that are available because, as I always say, we should never stop learning. Continuous dapat ang learning natin. Hindi porket we've been doing we have our own specialization, okay na tayo. Let's take advantage of the workshops that are available there. In fact, it's pretty much worth it. I mean, you spend what? Just what, 2,000 for non-members, 1,500 for members, and then you get a lot of takeaways from it. So sayang, take advantage of all those opportunities that we have out there.
Okay. Yeah, Mr. Seth, we still have 5 minutes to wrap
Mhm.
up, no? But as I said, we are almost was able to get a lot of information from our beloved guests, no? So our lovely guests. No, aside from a mother of four, they have several businesses. He wears a lot of hat actually ang dami, no?
Mhm.
And she is an HR practitioner and member of Philippine Advocates for Consultants and Trainers. So now we would like to get some advices or some insights on uh you know 'di ba sabi mo kanina nakipivot ka, we're able to seize a
Mhm.
lot of opportunities during trying times, and what would be the best advice that you can give to our fellow men who have experienced this kind of situation and still trying to climb up that hill, and trying to
Mhm.
get over that, marami tayong mga kababayan. We still have consultants, consultants, trainers, and speakers. If there is one industry that are severely affected by this pandemic, is really one of them is really the consultant. So, what are the things that you'd like to say for them to really recover and really move forward with we have so that they will see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Mhm. Okay, I would just like to say two things. The first is take this opportunity to reboot yourself and recreate yourself. Okay? My time, my chance, do it now. Okay? Now, the other thing is that there are so much negativity that abounds, and it's kind of sad. Wag na natin dagdagan pa yung negativity. Let's turn it into a positive thing so that we may be able to attract successes in life. So, yun lang. Let's just be positive about things.
Wow, wow, that's a great advice.
Mm.
So with that, we're gonna wrap up. We're gonna have your final message after this. So let me just present this. See, ayaw niya. Okay.
Ayaw.
So
All right.
again, yeah. So this is a cornerstone, no? And I'd just like to make mention also Isaiah 28 verses 16. They said, no. Therefore, this says, Lord God, behold, I lay in Zion a stone for a foundation, a tried stone, a precious cornerstone, a sure foundation. And this is my message to all the members of this organization. You are the cornerstone of this organization. You are the foundation of this organization. And with that, uh, good evening, and let's all be cornerstone. So before your final message is to set, I'd like to just invite each and every member of this organization to tune in tomorrow, same time, 7 p.m. to 7:45 p.m. We're going to have, of course, our good friends, no, Mr. Ivy Guerrero and Mami Mirna Natividad. They are great. They are great individual at the same time, great consultants, and I definitely would like to see you there, see you here in our President's Cornerstone. So with that, with your final message to all of the members and to those who are watching right now, of course, this discussion will be uploaded in our YouTube channel and also yours truly. And okay, so Mr. Seth, I'll give you the full 1 minute to motivate all the people those who are watching right now, watching us right now.
All right. I'd like to take this opportunity to invite everyone. I will be having a workshop on March 20. It's entitled Blogging 101. It's going to be at March 20, 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock, a 2-hour workshop. So take the chance to, understand how to create a blog site, how to create how to share your stories, how to share your opinions, and even how to promote yourselves, your business, your services through blogging. So it's going to be March 20. Once again, the training fee is 2,000 for non-members and 1,500 for for members of PACT. So sabi ko nga, magandang opportunity na maging member kayo ng PACT kasi maraming benefits. Okay? Na ma-receive. So, I'd like to thank President Roche for giving me this opportunity to guest in your first episode of Cornerstone. Thank you so much.
You're very much welcome. So with that, maraming salamat. We're going to leave you with the video of Philippine Advocates. Maraming salamat sa inyo at mabuhay ang PACT. Miss Suzette, congratulations and I'll see you more. Right? Thank you.
Thank you.
The Philippine Advocates for Consultants and Trainers.
Consultants,
Speakers,
coaches,
mentors,
Facilitators.
and trainers out there. Were you badly hit in 2020? Now it's time for us to recover in 2021.
Join us in PACT, the Philippine Advocates for Consultants and Trainers. And let us all create an authentic impact.
Thank you. Good evening. Good evening.
I like it, I love it, I want some more of it.